Right. Can't remember what the fucking hell I was saying before. But yeah, you may have noticed sort of blue purpley shirt with brown top, brown jacket. What the fuck's going on there, and why am I wearing non-matching colours? You probably weren't, but for those of you that were sharp-eyed enough, quite blunt, I was looking for my green shirt and I couldn't find it. Unfortunately, the only one I could find is this one that my mother bought me for Christmas. So that's why I'm doing that. I'm going to try and prop these up with stones now. Aha, better. Although you probably can't hear what I'm saying, but yeah. So, what I do, you know what I mean? It's like, I'm strongly thinking of passing Mudbox Hub on to somebody else. You know, anybody's interested in running it, let me know. I haven't got time anymore. Well, to be quite honest, I haven't got the inclination either. I got bored with it, you know, because it goes in spasms. That's the trouble in the Mudbox world, where people use it and then they'll move to ZBrush, then they'll move back again. And you know what? I can't be arsed with it a lot of the time. I use what I use, people use what they use, and I can't be arsed with the forum either being, you know, mega busy, so I can't get shit done, or dead in its arse, to be honest. But there's a man over there wondering why I'm talking to his roots of a rock. But yeah, it's a hard one. If anybody's interested in, you know, running the hub, great, just let us know. Otherwise, I'll kill it. You know. At the moment, I'm going to walk past this guy with the thing. I'm working on a load of 10 hours of videos for a new startup firm. They're basically doing sort of what the stream does. I can't give you the name yet because it's all under the disclosure agreement, but you'll find out eventually. But of course, there's an exclusion contract, which means I can't actually put anything or start the stream up at the soonest the start of April. Now, the interesting thing of that is it actually worth it? Now, the stream never made a fortune. Yeah, it made me enough to buy some nice camera equipment, keep our head above water, but it didn't make the money that it would have done, say, if it had been on ZBrush. I'd have been worth thousands every week, you know. That's the difference. It's strange. Because the more I examine it, the more I see that there's this cataclysmic split in attitudes. See, ZBrush guys, right, now I'll be quite blunt here, because you know, when I used to do the ZBrush DVDs and the book and stuff, you could sell those guys anything. In fact, back in the days of version 2 and 3.1, because I can't speak after that, right? Lots of companies were staying afloat on ZBrush DVDs. They sold like hotcakes. They made a lot of money. There's a guy in America who's got a nice big fucking house because he kept all the money off some of the DVDs I did. And that one, my DVDs weren't as massive as some of the normal ones, right? You know, they made a lot of money. Well, the artists didn't. Well, they did. But that's the way publishers work, unfortunately. But the Mudbox world, it made me wonder. I was talking to Dave Cardwell last night, just you know, sort of talking to his mates, talking about different software. You know, we both try different bits of software that are coming out, and then say to each other, you know, this is decent, this is not. You might want to give this a go, because we're always open to new ideas, no matter what you may think.
Excuse me, that made Anfield plane.
Yes.
Thank you.
So yeah, so we're open to ideas, and I said to myself, you know, in some ways, I wonder whether the worst thing that ever happened to Mudbox was me. Let me quantify that. You see, it wasn't until the 2009 release that I sort of took off. Why? Because everybody else that had made the name using Mudbox, which they hate me to remind them of, went fucking AWOL. People that had made their name purely on the version 1 release didn't want anything to do with it, right? They had the name now, didn't need the hype. They moved on. Which left Muggins here. And I thought, well, I'll help people out. And I released a shed load of free videos and plugins and everything else. All for free. Part of it was because I knew that nobody would pay for a DVD by somebody, you know, that they weren't familiar with. 2, the idea of selling a plugin just does my fucking head in. So many variables to take into account. And so I got lots of stuff for free, right? Trouble is now, those communities used to things for free. Doesn't like paying for stuff. God damn it, I've already paid for for Mudbox? Well, actually, most of you didn't. Most of you actually get it as part of a suite, right? So you're using software that's effectively free, with a free plugins, free tutorials, and you know, these are the same guys that would think nothing of spending $70 on a tutorial or whatever for ZBrush, you know, years ago. It's weird. It's a cataclysmic shift between them. I don't know what it is, but maybe it's me. I don't know. I'm at the point where I honestly can't tell anymore. All I know is I do what I do. I'm not going to disappear anytime soon. The only chance you've got of me disappearing is if I get a nice, well-paid job. Then I'll become a little bit more scarce and probably eventually drop off the map. And the bigger the job, the more the chance there is. But to be quite blunt, there's too many people out there that, you know, have been putting the bad word, oh, he's a bit of a psycho, he's this, he's that, you know. If I went around bad-mouthing these people as much as they did to me, they'd have lawyers on my back. But the difference is they know I won't do it, because at heart I'm a nice guy, right? Yeah, I might blow me on trumpet, but if I don't, I want to starve. Because, to be quite blunt, being all coy is not going to cut it in an area like this. So you've got to judge a person by where they live, what they do, and what are the motivations. My motivation is, although I enjoy what I'm doing, I've made a lot of money for a lot of different companies over the years. They've made a fortune off my knowledge. What have I got to show for it? Well, I've got a name, got a Masters Award, that's about fucking it really, isn't it? I'm not rich, you know, I'm still pretty damn poor. Put it this way, if you knew how much is in my bank account at the moment, you wouldn't believe me if I told you. So over the next few weeks I'm skinned, absolutely brassic. In fact, I've got to try and work out a way to get to Thursday on next to no money. You know, this is the reality of life that people don't see. But why don't you move, Wayne? Well, if only it was that fucking easy, eh? I always said I'll relocate for the right job, but I'm not doing it for some bleeding muppet wages, you know what I mean? And that's not getting at people who are on low wages. It's a case of, if I have to move me, my wife, 2 kids, everything in the house, all the toys, the whole lot, to another place in the country, or even another country, you better be paying some serious fucking dosh. And most places aren't prepared to do that. I don't see why I should come out at a loss if I move somewhere, because I make people more money than it ever costs them, you know. But a lot of people say, oh, you think you're God's gift. No, I don't. But if you'd helped people as much as I have, and made other people as much money as I have, you'd start getting a bit pissed off as well. None of these companies will ever put their hand in the pocket. That's not the way they are. It's like this firm that I'm doing these things for the stream for. You know, the money for that is coming from a sponsorship deal that they've got with Autodesk. Now I know fine well, Autodesk will be giving them a lot of money, right? And I'm getting next to nothing in the grand scheme of things. Although it's my videos, but look, you see what I mean? The artists are taken advantage of time and time again, and it does make me wonder if it's all worth it, you know. So I was sitting there last night sculpting away, and actually the speed sculpt didn't turn out very well because I was distracted and, you know, thinking, well, what the hell I'm going to do. And I honestly don't know, but I know that the way it's going, the hub's days are numbered, because it's not really worth keeping it going at the moment. I haven't got the time or the inclination. Somebody wants to take it over, great, but as soon as that license comes up for renewal, then I'm going to have a serious think, because it might only be 100 or 150 quid or something for the V-Bolton license, but if you've got nothing, 100 quid's a fortune, and often I'm sitting here with nothing, you know. But we'll see. But yeah, as you tell, I'm not having the world's best time lately. You know, it does seem that, as I said last time, the Masters Award, I'll give you a little hint. For some people, it's the Holy Grail. For other people, it's the poison chalice. For me, it looks like it's the poison chalice. Maybe it'll turn around, maybe it won't. Don't know. But at the moment, all it is a nice title and something to put on a CV. Although it does seem to annoy more people than it impresses, to be honest. But we'll see, you know. But I'm just me. But remember, what you see in the videos is sort of the magnifying glass version of me, right? That's me under a microscope, exaggerated to be entertaining. The nearest you get sometimes is when I'm sitting home, you know, and I'm filming on the other camera. That's the nearest you get. You know? You won't ever think. So I know people think they know me. I promise you, you don't, right? You know, like anybody else who does any sort of videos, you know what I let you know about me, because I am a private person. And there's things about me that I don't really want the world to know about. You know, not because there's anything to hide, but because, you know, it's not a good idea. Like my health problems, I've mentioned in some of the video, I haven't mentioned all of it, because if I did, I'd never work again. You know, because no company's going to take the risk. Bottom line. See you in the next video.